Hello, it's the Minion Games and welcome back to another video. After much building, myself can finally see the normal texture pack. Oh wow, gee, it's been ages. Also, I started recording in 1080p. In this video, we are continuing with Stampy's Lovely World. I decided now to keep building as Stampy has just wrapped up his Lovely World series. It just popped up on YouTube this morning. Then I find that it's made the news. 1.5 million people say goodbye to Stampy's Lovely World. I don't really follow Stampy anymore, but he was one of the first YouTubers that I watched that even got me into Minecraft. He'd been doing Stampy's Lovely World since the beginning of Minecraft Focus 46. I had to say goodbye to the train I've done, and Squid and Longbow's house. I'm now following Captain Rex Plays, who is faster, but quieter than Diamond. I managed to downdate the world back to 1.19 where I could use Forge, and therefore the builders want quitting backups of course. I still use the reference files to do the terrain as I still have my block borders back, and it's seemingly faster. I've done some more terrain before building this. The building done, now we have the fun strip of runway, except the fact that Rex doesn't mention the fact that it's 164 blocks long. Thank goodness I have my reference world. Just moved the railway into the plane 3 times because the measurements were out. But I don't care anymore. It's not too bad. Didn't affect the plane or runway markings. There were areas of the world that Stampy didn't build on. For those, I just did the flat levels or just areas near where he did build. At the super flat world level, I was going to make that all void, but that looked hideous. I don't know if it was downdating or what, but I seem to have lost all my diamond syntax. The same thing happens on my reference worlds. That ruined the whole idea of the museum. I won't write on stuff now on. This doesn't look right without the written signs, but I don't want to waste my time if they erase themselves again. Maybe at the end of this I will write them all. There is a map wall as well. I did one for the pirate ship as well too, which for some reason I didn't show. I did map up as I went to show progress of building as well. Also, I didn't know how to change the armor sound colors, but I did know how to get the dragon egg using /give. It's official, the more fun was no more. I just found out that Rex had a sequel channel called LegoLink after seemingly stopping abruptly 7 months ago. I thought I'd build the mob trap area, get that done. I built with 0 mistakes and a few top shots which I just guessed. I could never be a pro Minecraft builder. I need like 20 hotbar slots to do each room, manually searching for every single block. Gives the bouncing thing a modern tidy up. This needs to be a good tidy up. I didn't follow any of the terrain tutorials as I know it gets tidied up probably when the clubhouse extension takes place. If Wet keeps this up, doing trees shown layer by layer, trees are a piece of cake. It was actually better to build trees as we went, as it was difficult, just several layers. Because I've built most of the buildings already, the majority of Rex's videos are modernisation videos such as Stampy's bedroom and the updated theatre. Here goes the bedroom. It's only in the 10th anniversary video that I knew it got blown up. It's a bit sad really. Rex does build the Xmas stuff outside the bedroom window, but I didn't as it makes it seasonal and ends up melting. Because I've all built the town and stuff that Rex is working on. All I have to do is flash through the videos with many correction bits. The last thing to build from Diamond's videos, and probably the easiest. Just flicking through Lego Link's videos, and Stampy has built more stuff than my reference world. There's a giant stadium near the bingo, a huge Funland game next to the creeper coaster, and lots of fencing around the Funland entrance, and even a new Funland entrance itself. I'm meaning to update my reference and hope I can downdate those without breaking them. I got another reference world, which also has no sign text. Yes, downdating does break them. Yes, I did go back and turn the music tower into Visit Tower. The bit I've been waiting to build for a few days. It'll tidy up this side so much. I did time myself for how many videos I'll build a week. This week I built 16 videos worth. I still got to leave the floor as there's the extended boatyard for the yacht build yet. And here it is, the extended dock terrain. OCD warning. I never knew how good this little crane looked until now. We have a yacht, but not updated water. I believe this was the first Rex video that showed when I was building Von Diamond. Also, it's 100 videos to Lego Link, who I think is a different person from Rex as he is in the Love Garden. Apparently on Bedrock you have to set block torches beyond paintings. Because they're not a solid block, you can just place paintings over them. Of course, Stampy's offers have to be more detailed, taking a quarter of the video. That's it, the edge down. Now I'll sort out the secret base as the plastic hitter and the cloner is gone. I had to build the leaves again. It's the best to follow Rex's latest tree videos, because to make it easier, he redoes them completely. After this first 6 minutes, I'll be halfway on the trees. That took an hour 40. Then I more or less fast forward about 30 videos while Rex completed the last roads of the town. I still watch the start for the questions. With the Doggy Disco complete, that completes the whole town. Tidying up the slime farm. I knew I built it backwards and a bit too deep. I wasn't gonna do the glass in the fortune ball, but then I happened to come across Rex's video. Some of the newer builds needed 1.20 blocks, so I had to pop myself update and forward. I had to reinstall Java and open Forge file with it. Only then it talked to Minecraft. I had the CurseForge app, which I could load Minecraft from, but doesn't sync mods etc., which makes looking for mods etc. easier. I just moved mods from the curse file to the Java file. I'll do other few shortcuts to make that easier. There was a better one mod, but I didn't really know how to use it, but then came across the same one, which is awesome. Guessing I can't dye the Cauldron water anyway here on Java. Oh well. Don't know how much of this will work because it uses some bedrock mechanics. I did test that I can put redstone on. I can put redstone on down piston. We can't push chests etc. with pistons, but I did have an idea with chest minecarts, but I think I'll leave it. Doesn't work fully. Oh well. It might work if I didn't cut corners on the underneath so the floor can change. I fixed it, just that both the pieces full. I could adjust the glazed terracotta with the debug stick. For some reason the ceiling is different on the inside. I checked the outside 3 times. Rex is taking a break from the food district to build the theatre. Also on YouTube, as I seen in an updates video, you can hold the fast forward 2x, which is pretty handy because you can stop whenever you want rather than the 5 seconds at a time, which buffers while the video preloads. The theatre was the first video where I first used the builder's wand. I was desperate for it by the end of the stage. With the vast food built, that completes the food district. Now to build the info booth, which is an easy cool looking thing, which has a map wall that I use to show progress. I also don't zoom out the maps at all. Of course, as mentioned before, I'll save the leaves until the correction video. We finally connect 2 tree trains together. I didn't know I could still place log outright with the builder's wand, but yes I can. Even with the wand I couldn't really cheat, but I started by making a tube of planks to attach the blocks to. I try not to announce everything, but now we've got some simple / newer stuff coming up, such as the 10-year monument, the candle shop, and the Funland terrain, aka Morphet fence, which in some places I could use as the world boundary. The fence I built on the Funland side, so the one block too far isn't much of an issue. Also, I worked out if I start 2 videos a day, I will finish this by Christmas. I might stop at the end of Rex and save Lego Link for part 3. Also, I had no idea how long this video would be. There was also a dungeon I didn't know about. Rex has also officially started building in the Funland. The last train. It's easier to build than the ice one as it's on the same level. It only took an hour to build. At this point I was getting sick of the 4-minute update bits because it's just mainly grass locations, which I'll do at the end, bamboo heights, broken blocks and tree leaf changes which I literally just don't care about. On a brighter note, we came across the doghouse renovations. Then more updates of 42 minutes worth, and that's 12 minutes in front of the Igloo tree train. I would rather do trees. Speaking of trees, the Igloo tree train was 3/4 trees built. 11 minutes for corrections later. Let's do the Funland tree. Oh my, 4 out of 4 trees built, and all of a sudden, I only have the tree as train to build. Oh my gosh. Move the train bit 3 times because Rex can't look at his reference in front of him properly. Okay, the tree acts as bedrock exclusive, as on Java, slime block minecarts are half as powerful. I'm not building the hotspot tunnel, so that completes all of the Vectors video. Now let's do water. From Vectors video 50 odd, this took 2 months. I started off by adding some nature grass and accepting global warming while removing snow. The terrain behind the creeper coaster also changed the water edge spaces. I've updated the terrain under the Funland sign and tidied up all the snow. Now let's finally do water. Obviously I had to start off by doing the terrain underwater. I ended up by removing all the water on the reference board and just copying using my borders texture pack. For the fallen blocks, I just used sandstone and clay for the sand and gravel. I even went over what I built before using the right terrain. Phew, done probably the majority of all the water terrain. Near well already done by the creeper coaster, I'll try to match the terrain, although the edge of the world is overridden with huge hills. I've been working on the water for like a week now, and it's just the edges of the world and hit the target's highland outlines too. Because of extra shifts at work, I can only fit in like an hour a day. Oh gosh, the edge terrain is newer, so 1 block lower. The easiest fix is just make the water 1 block deeper to match the mainland. Thinking I have to rebuild the whole backside of the spawn island as it's one block too far over. I was thinking to sort the Funland side start from scratch, but the only reason I don't is because I don't want to build the creeper coaster again. Now we're doing the walls. Somebody obviously turned on that setting where the border smoothens out. So instead of the ocean stopping dead, it's these steep walls at the old world border. Placing sand with its gravity is a pain. After filling some of the walls, I can start flooding the terrain. Java speed placing works well with water as it's every other block, which is enough to source block it. Several hours later, I'll finish the wall pattern. Filling the gaps only took half hour. Then I could flood more terrain. Filling in the water gets easier the bigger the pool is, as most of its source blocks itself. Oh well, from up here with the walls, this is starting to look like some form of adventure map. At the back of the world by the builder bot, I had to make a weird border as there was no definite edge to the world. I forgot that's how powders work. That works better than expected. Redoing the entire coin bit of the builder bot, as Rex built it a bit wrong. He builds things too quickly before Stampy has a chance to make corrections. Just drag the new walls in my makeshift border, then on to my least favourite things, the grass and the spawn island. The spawn island wasn't too bad. I brought up the walls quickly and the rest of it just self-corrected itself. Getting exciting now. Got the last border terrain to build, and that's mostly flat. Some more snow and stuff. Last layers of water. The front side opposite the boatyard. And then I think I'll call this done. Oh my goodness. We are done. After building a small mountain at the back and splashing some snow and nature around, we completed. Well, I say completed. I still got the fun land to build, and that's pretty fun. And has a border of its own. But I'll get this added to before I build that. I'll also leave it the targets island for later. So I'll see you soon.